Tell me honestly, how many times were you going to start a new business, but stopped because of one thought? What if it doesn't work? This phrase is the main killer of your dreams. She sounds in her head in a quiet voice, as if your internal accountant was checking reports. Well, look, the risks are high, the budget is limited, the probability of failure is 100%. And here you are sitting as if in front of you is a red button for launching a rocket, but you are afraid to press it because you think, what if it explodes? And you got up like that and you think it's worth it. But the truth is that successful people think differently. They don't ask the question, will it work or not, at all. They, like the Spartans, don't ask how many enemies. They ask where they are. For them, everything has already been decided. It will work out because they already think like winners. They do not check the weather forecast before the start. They just take and go into the storm. The mood for success is when you approach business as if you already have it, as if you have already taken place, already successful, and your task is just to show it in reality. Do you know what the trick is? When you stop guessing and start acting with the position, I already have it, your brain begins to look for confirmation, not doubt. And this is the main switch of thinking. So forget about it will work / it will not work. There is only one real question. When exactly will I achieve the result? Do you know why the brain plays by your rules? Because our brain is the same actor who is always ready to play the role that you give him. Tell him, I'm a loser, I never get anything. He's like, accepted. I take the role of the victim. You say, I am a leader. I am already successful. I know where I am going. The brain replies, yes, Chief. I include charisma and iron nerves. It's like an operating system on a phone. If you downloaded the crooked firmware, everything hangs, bugs, the battery runs out in 3 hours. But it is worth putting an update, and the phone comes to life. Thinking works the same way. It is worth updating the belief system within yourself, and you begin to work more stable, faster, and more confidently. The trick is that our brain does not distinguish between reality and imagination. If you imagine every day that you will succeed, he believes that this is already a fact. And if you scroll through the head, I will fail, he also pretends that the failure has already happened. That is why the more we think will not work, the more confirmation we find, and vice versa. If you tune into success, your brain begins to adjust reality to this scenario. And you know what it looks like from the outside? You become the very person who goes into the room and radiates confidence, although he still only has an idea on paper. But people believe because you yourself believe first. Imagine that you are going to an important meeting. You do not just go there as if you were forced to do so. No, you go there as if on the red carpet. I'll sparkle like a star now, an inner voice tells you. Indeed, with this attitude, even the most boring presentations turn into a show with elements of circus art. All these graphs and charts, you will give them so much that the audience will give you a standing ovation. You know why most people never start? They are waiting for the perfect moment where everything will be smooth, without mistakes, without falls. But here's a surprise. There is no such moment and never will be. It's like waiting for the sea to be perfectly calm to learn how to surf. The truth is that you will only learn in the waves. Failure is your gym membership of success. Failure is not a sentence, but fuel. Every fail is a workout. You fell, it means that you swung the muscle of resistance. You were rejected at the interview. Your patience was upgraded. Lost money in the first business. Got a risk management lesson you can't buy in any MBA. The problem is that most perceive defeat as a final. It's really just a lesson in the next level of the game. Remember any video game. To pass the boss, you first die a couple of times, study his attacks, and then find a strategy. No one throws the joystick after the first death and shouts, "The game is broken." So why do we do this in life? Success does not come to those who do not fall. He comes to those who get up every time. So stop being afraid of mistakes. Start collecting them. Let each of your failures become fuel that brings you closer to victory. Because the only real failure is to give up. Everything else is a learning process. How to stop obsessing over fear. Focus is your main tool. Where attention is directed, energy flows there. If you keep thinking, what if it doesn't work out? Your energy goes into fear. If you think, what am I going to do when it works out? The energy goes into action. Fear is a spotlight that highlights only bad scenarios. Fear is a spotlight that highlights only bad scenarios. But as soon as you switch the camera, it suddenly turns out that there are other options. Success, growth, a new level. Here's a simple trick. When the brain begins to load with thoughts, what if a failure? Ask yourself the question, okay, what if it works out? Instead of pictures, how everything goes wrong, start drawing images of victory. You get a call that you've been interviewed. You see how your project comes to life. You feel the thrill of taking a step that you did not dare to take yesterday. Important, this is not fantasy. This is programming thinking. You create an alternative scenario in which the brain begins to believe. Remember, fear does not disappear by itself. It can only be supplanted by action and faith in the result. And when you step forward, even if it's scary, your brain receives a new signal. We are moving, and it's safe. And here the magic begins. Fear shrinks and confidence grows. Live as if success is already in your hands. Do you know why many are marking time? They think in terms of it will work / it will not work. It's like standing at the intersection and wondering, what if the car hits me, instead of just crossing the road? The secret is simple. Stop asking that question. Start acting like success has already happened. Imagine you start a business, instead of thinking, what if I fail? The mood. I already have a company, I just bring it to scale. You go to the interview not with the position, will they take me? But with confidence, they don't know yet, but they are lucky that I came. This is not self-hypnosis. This is a strategy. Your brain stops wasting energy on doubts and starts looking for confirmation. You automatically act bolder, more confident, more persevering. Look at successful people. They don't walk around with a maybe at face. They radiate that very condition. I'm already there. The only question is time. And that's why the world believes them before they even get things done. Attitude to success equals live as if you are already in the game to win. And then your steps cease to be timid attempts and turn into a confident movement forward. Train thinking like a muscle. After all, thinking is not an on-off button. This is a muscle, and it also needs to be pumped. If you drive the thoughts, I am weak, I will not work through my head every day, this muscle will atrophy. And if every day you train the attitudes, I can, I will do, this is my way, your psyche becomes iron. Here are some simple tricks. The first, morning mood. Forget about, oh, Monday again. Start the day with the question, what will make me one step closer to success today? The brain immediately turns on the mode of finding solutions. Second, victory diary. Every night, write down 3 things that you did, even if these are trifles. I got up on time, made a call, finished off the task. These little marks form an inner feeling. I'm moving. Third, replacing thoughts. Caught yourself on the phrase, it won't work for me? Ask a counter question. What if I succeed twice as fast as I think? Laughter. but the brain begins to rebuild. Fourth, environment reach for those who move forward. If there is only whining around, you are in a swamp. If there are those who are burning targets nearby, you yourself begin to flare up. Thinking works according to a simple law. What you invest in it is what you get. So stop pumping doubts and start pumping confidence. Turn fear into fuel. After all, fear is not the enemy. It's a battery. It always appears when you go beyond your comfort zone. And here are two options. Either it paralyzes you or becomes your source of energy. Imagine you are standing in front of a hall full of people. The heart beats, the palms are wet, thoughts jump. Most at this point want to escape. But in fact, it's your body that just gave you extra energy. He raises the pressure, accelerates the pulse so that you are ready for action. If you call it fear, you will give up. If you call it adrenaline, you will go out and take a step. Here's a simple trick. Instead of "I'm scared," say to yourself, "I'm excited, I'm ready." Words switch perceptions. The brain believes them and reconfigures the response. Great athletes and artists do not wait for fear to disappear. They go forward with him because they know growth is always behind this adrenaline. Fear equals an indicator that you are moving in the right direction. If it is not there, then you are marking time. So next time you're scared, smile. This means you are on your way to a new level. Play the role of the winner. You want a secret? Successful people play a role-playing game, only in a serious way. They think, "I am already successful. My task is simply to tighten reality under this image." Imagine you are an actor and your role is a champion. What does a champion do? He stands with confidence. He speaks clearly. He keeps his posture. Even if he has a storm of doubts inside, outside he behaves as if everything is under control. And here's the most interesting thing. After a while, the inner is pulled under the outer. You start to really feel what you used to play. An example from life. A person goes for an interview. One thinks, "I hope they take me." He walks in with drooping shoulders and his doubt is read instantly. Another thinks, "I already work here, I just came to meet colleagues." He smiles, is free, and impresses. The brain is designed like this. If you behave like a winner, he gradually accepts it as a fact, and others begin to react to you accordingly. Remember, you don't have to wait for confidence to start. We need to start acting as if there is already confidence, and it will come. Vinal, remember one simple truth. The world doesn't ask if you're ready. He tests how tenacious you are. Success is a marathon, and the one who goes to the end wins. So get up, stop waiting, stop doubting, take a step now. And when you turn back in time, you will say to yourself, "Thank you for believing then. Thanks for taking the step. Thank you for choosing to go all the way." Remember, the mood for success is not just a phrase, it is a lifestyle. With it, you can move mountains and reach peaks that you never dreamed of. And now the question for you. If not you, then who? And if not now, then when?